Hello, Rivermen and SPHL fans, and as always, welcome to the video and thank you for watching. Your views are always appreciated by me, and all the support you guys show. Even the haters, I appreciate you too. Thanks for tuning in. In this one, we're kind of going to go over Rivermen and playoff picture. We're getting close to that time, guys. 5 games left for the Rivermen. It kind of varies throughout the league how many games are left. But for the Rivermen, there's 5 games left. 1 more on the road, and then we finish the season with 4 home games. So I like that. I like that a lot. But even though we finish with 4 home games, they're tough opponents. Very tough opponents indeed. So, again, from here on out, it's not easy hockey. The teams we're playing have something to play for. I know the Rivermen have obviously clinched a playoff spot. They were the first team to do so and clinched the number 1 seed, winning the regular season, finishing first place and the point standings right now standing at 73 points with a 36-16-1 record. So congratulations to the Rivermen on back-to-back William B. Coffey regular season championship wins there. Great accomplishment, but it's not the championship we want to settle for. We want that President's Cup at the end of the playoffs. That's what you play for, not regular season champs. Although it is a good achievement, that being our 7th one, I would like lucky number 7 to hopefully bring us a President's Cup. First game, Friday, we're on the road against the Evansville Thunderbolts. And then Saturday and Sunday, we're in Peoria against the Thunderbolts. And the next weekend, we finish up with 2 games against the Dogs. Both Thunderbolts and Dogs have clinched a playoff spot already, but they still got something to play for. Dogs want to hang on to that number 2 position, finish in second place. And Thunderbolts want to finish in second themselves. Both Roanoke and Thunderbolts are tied in points at 63. So neck to neck. Pensacola Ice Flyers, the 4th team, as of the recording of this video, that has also clinched a playoff spot, sitting in 4th place at 62 points. So it's still a tight race, guys. Nothing's decided outside of Rivermen being in first place. That's literally the only thing that's decided right now. So it is very important that Rivermen not get complacent and not just throw away these last 5 games. They need to play like they haven't clinched anything yet. That's a very dangerous game to kind of coast into the playoffs. Because you want to be playing good hockey come playoff time. So this is not the time to take a back seat and just let these last 5 games be throwaway games, especially against good teams like Roanoke and Evansville. We still need to go out there and give a good, consistent effort and go out there and try and win these games. That's very important heading into the playoffs. Right now, we have a tight race, 7 through 10. I don't see Knoxville falling out of playoff contention. That doesn't mean they won't. It would take an epic collapse, in my opinion, and Macon Mayhem and Fayetteville both and even Quad Cities will really have to catch fire. And that's kind of hard to do because some of these teams play each other coming down the stretch. So it kind of makes it a little easier for Knoxville Ice Bears to hold on to a playoff spot. Like I said, they would basically have to lose out pretty much to risk not going to the playoffs. Quad City, Macon Mayhem, Fayetteville Marksmen are all neck to neck. Marksmen in last place, Macon in ninth, Quad City Storm in eighth. Marksmen have 49 points right now. They're 3 points behind Macon Mayhem, and they are 4 points behind Quad City Storm. So they're pretty much going to have to win out to even have a chance at making playoffs. And honestly, I don't see that happening. Fayetteville's playing Roanoke this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Macon's playing Knoxville. In Quad City, let's see who they're playing. They're playing Pensacola. So, some tough games coming up for Marksman, Mayhem, and Storm, for sure. Knoxville, obviously after being swept by Rivermen, they're going to come out against Macon Mayhem with the Fury. They are on the road against Macon, but I promise you that they're going to be out there giving it their all. In a 2-game set with the Rivermen, they only scored 1 goal and got swept. I guarantee you that pissed them off, and they're going to want to come out on fire against Macon Mayhem, so they're going to have their hands full. And these are huge games for Macon. Very huge games for Macon. They're 4 points behind Knoxville. Like I said, 2 points behind Quad City. And with Quad City playing a hot Pensacola team right now, they're going to have their hands full. This is an opportunity for Macon Mayhem to jump Quad City Storm into that 8th position. And like I said, Fayetteville Marksman is just going to have a rough time getting out of 10th place even. Maybe the best they can hope for is getting a 9th place finish, but at the end of the day, that still results them in missing the playoffs. In my opinion, could be wrong. They can make me eat my words, but they're the only team right now I feel comfortable saying they're going to be at home on the couch during the playoffs. Unfortunately for the Fayetteville fans and the players on that team, I really don't see a path. I mean, basically, Quad City Storm and Macon Mayhem are going to have to basically lose out, and Marksmen are basically going to have to win all their remaining games to even have a chance at making playoffs. So, not a good opportunity for them. Not a good opportunity at all. So, in my opinion, we could be playing Rivermen. I don't know why I said we. Rivermen could be playing technically one of 4 teams, but honestly, I think it's one of 3 teams in the first round with Knoxville Ice Bears, Quad City Storm, and Macon Mayhem. We have not played Macon Mayhem at all this season. They are the only team that we have not played. Not even 1 game. Quad City Storm, we dominated that series 11-3. And Knoxville Ice Bears, I think we played them 7 times, and we're 6-1 on the season against Ice Bears. So, I mean, I feel pretty comfortable against any of the 3 teams. And if you want to throw, like I said, Marksman in there, we won the series against Marksman as well. So, like I said, I feel pretty confident and comfortable playing either one of these teams in the first round. Doesn't mean it's a slam dunk. Moving on, look past them. Like, I don't look past, especially a team like Knoxville, if somehow we end up playing them in the first round, can't look past them at all. A team like Macon Mayhem, we haven't played them all year. So, we can't just assume that that's in the bag either. Quad City Storm, yeah, we dominated this season against them, but playoffs is a different animal. The records are 0-0 technically in the playoffs, so everybody's starting fresh, and everybody's hungry. Everybody wants to win. Everybody's going to be playing their best hockey that they possibly can be. So it's not going to be a walk in the park. There is no easy path to a championship, and I'm not going to call any of these teams an easy team to get by. They are not an easy team to get by, but Rivermen should get by them and move on to the second round, regardless who we're playing. With home ice advantage and the way we've played these teams, except Macon Mayhem, there's no reason to believe we shouldn't do okay against these teams in the first round. But it's yet to be determined. We'll see how that goes. But we're not in the playoffs yet. So, like I said, coming up here Friday, we got Evansville, and we're playing in Evansville, and we got to focus on Evansville. They're trying to take second place away from the Dogs and lock that up. And they've had great success against us. We can't win the series against them. We can't win the season series, but we can tie it. We got 3 games left, and they are 7-4 on the season against us. So if we win all 3 games, it'll even it up 7-7. Not likely, but it could happen. But I don't see that happening. So more than likely, the odds say that Evansville Thunderbolts are going to win the season series against us, and they're going to be a tough physical opponent against us. And if we just come out there and lay a duck, we're going to end up getting swept all 3 games. We're going to have to give a consistent good effort out there, and I really want to see our offense start to be more consistent. We can't just rely on players like Alec Bear, Michael McChesney, Braden Barker, Jordan Ernst. They can't be the only ones scoring goals. We need depth scoring to be successful. Not just ending the season, but in the playoffs. I'm not worried about our defense and goaltending. Our defense and goaltending is solid, and I have faith in them to play well from here on out, and obviously including the playoffs. I would really like to see us average about 3 goals a game from here on out, and I'll feel a lot more comfortable for the chances of our success, raising a cup at the end. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy at all. And like I said, you can't just rely on a couple of players to put the puck in the net. Everybody needs to contribute. You need to see players like Connor Smool, Matt Wiesner, Griffin Fox, Amantis Norica. I mean, even our defenders like Terry Ryder and Corey Dennis. We need to see these guys with great scoring opportunities putting the puck in the net as well. JMP, if he's going to stick with us and keep playing, we need him to contribute. If he's going to be on the roster from here on out, we need JMP to contribute. Like I said, it's going to take the whole team if we want to raise the cup. Otherwise, we're in trouble. If we're only getting averaging like 2 goals a game, I don't think that's going to be enough. Defense and goaltending win championships, and it's going to keep us in these games. But our offense has got to come through with more than just a couple of goals. Maybe you can get by with winning like 1-0 once, maybe twice if you're lucky in a playoff scenario. But if we're only scoring 1 to 2 goals in the playoffs, it's not looking good for us to raise a cup. So we really got to be aggressive and put the puck on net, and everybody's got to work together and communicate. Like, we can't just keep feeding the puck to McChesney and Bear and Ernst. Like I said, everybody has got to contribute if we're going to be successful. And it starts now. It starts with this 3-game series with Evansville, and even against the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. We need to see that consistency. We need to see the team start gelling and communicating and doing the little things right. Doing the fundamentals consistently correct. From playing disciplined hockey, not taking dumb penalties is basically what I mean by that. Not turning over the puck as much. Getting bodies and sticks in the shooting and passing lane. Getting the rebounds. Winning puck and board battles. Winning face-offs. These are the little things we need to do consistently to have success in the playoffs. And I know this team's capable of that. I know this team has it in them to do these things and do it on a consistent basis, especially being coached by Jean-Guy Trudel. Obviously one of the best minor league coaches in minor league hockey, period. Not just the SPHL. He's one of the best minor league coaches, period. So these guys have got to rely on him, and they got to listen. They got to listen to what he's saying, and coach has got to pull out the best in these players. But if you're not giving 110% for 60 minutes, I don't know what you're doing here at this point. I mean, because that's what it's going to take. That's absolutely what it's going to take if you want to raise a cup. And it's only going to get more difficult. You think the first round and 3-game series, could go either way. Well, it's only going to get tougher from there, guys. I promise you that. It's not going to get easier by any stretch of the imagination. And we're going to need our depth scoring to really shine through. Like I said, I hope to really see like a player like Connor Smool. I really hope to see him shine heading down the stretch into the playoffs and in the playoffs. I want to see Griffin Fox shine. I want to see Amantis Norica shine. Mike Moran. These guys really need to start catching fire and putting in that playoff effort now. And obviously, start getting healthy and hopefully stay healthy. We really can't afford any big injuries. We really can't. So hopefully we can stay healthy down the stretch. We don't have the scoring depth that we had in years past. We do got guys that can put the puck in the net. That's not what I'm saying. We do have that. But we just don't have the scoring depth that we had in years past. So, like I said, it's going to take a full team effort. We can't just rely on 2 or 3 players to put the puck in the net. I mean, everybody has an off night. That's including McChesney, Ernst, Barker, Bear. I mean, they're not going to go out there and score 2 goals a game every single game. You got to get contributions from other players. You have to. And if not, the chances are you'll be knocked out of the playoffs at some point in time. We got the defense, guys. We got the defense and the goaltending beyond a shadow of a doubt to be successful. Josh Martin's on IR, yes, and hopefully we can get him back in time for the playoffs. You got Kyler Fenton, Terry Ryder, Alex Davis, Corey Dennis, Tyler Ryder, Trenton Hayde. I think Trenton Hayde looked pretty good. Another college kid that I thought looked pretty good was Dylan Smith as well. So, like I said, hopefully coming down the stretch here, we can put it all together. We can start getting healthy. Knock on wood, no more big injuries. Chartrand, I know, has been put on the IR too. So hopefully we can get him back. But we'll see how this goes, guys. And I know Tino is on the IR. I do expect Tino to be a part of the playoff roster with Jack Boston. And you guys, I've not made it a secret. I expect Jack Boston to be the number one goalie in the playoffs. There's absolutely no reason that Jack should not be the number one guy heading in. Unless he's legit, gets injured, he needs to be the number one guy. And I love Connor McAnanima. I definitely have faith in him to get the job done. But I truly believe that the most likely scenario is, unless he's not healthy, that Tino will get that playoff roster. And like I said, I'm sure we'll carry Connor Mack on the playoff roster. We'll put him on the IR. And if something happens to Tino or Jack, we can pull Connor off that and have him play for us in the playoffs. He's a good security blanket to have. So, like I said, there's no issues with defense and goaltending. I know we got that covered to keep us in these games. The only thing that somewhat concerns me is the scoring depth. But I know it's there. These players know it's there. They need to put their ego behind them, check that out at the door, and work together as a team, communicate well, have faith in each other and themselves, and have faith in Coach Trudell to put them in a position of success and go out there and execute. Don't try and do too much. Play your game and play as a team. And give max effort, and good things will happen. Get the puck to the net, and good things will happen. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for joining me. I look forward to these games against Thunderbolts, because I really want to be challenged from here on out. I want to see the Rivermen challenged from here on out, coming down the stretch into the playoffs. I think it's good for them to face teams like Thunderbolts and Dogs, who are second and third and tied in points. Rivermen need to be challenged heading into the playoffs. They can't fall asleep behind the wheel. So I'll catch you guys at the next puck drop, and I always keep it Rivermen style.